Quant. Quant look good. They absolutely banged in the 2021 bull cycle. They flew up. And the question really becomes, how high can they go in this one? And that's going to be based on a few things, not least of which is the fact that they are in a decent position to potentially land a CBDC. They're also enterprise ready, which, as we transition into Web3, more and more companies are going to start needing technology like Quant. So we'll take a look at everything to do with that in this video. Before I get into it though, guys, if you're new here and you don't know what the spreadsheet is, these are the first 26 coins that I did videos about on the channel. In the videos, I showed myself buying up these coins. I expected they were going to make me a lot of cash. And you can see what the prices of these coins were when I recorded my videos, as well as the highs that they hit in under a year and a half. And these are what your profits would have been if you'd have popped $100 into those coins when I released the videos. And if you'd sold them after about 16 months, 17 months. And if you'd done that for all 26, your total profit from the 26 would have been over 123 grand, which is not too bad. Now, I sold these, but I share the coins that I'm invested in on copymycrypto.com. So when I find a coin that I think is going to make me a ton of cash, like Phantom did, like VeChain did, I jump in on it. And what that means is I'll jump onto my site, I'll tell my members about the coin that I'm going to get in on, the profits I think it can have, and the money that I'm going to put in, and they can copy along exactly, which means they make the exact same profits as me. I also tell them when I sell, so they get out at the same price as well. That's why we have thousands of members on the site, is they're making the exact same cash as me. And if you want to see the money that they've made, you can see it on the site. You can also see what I've said in the past about coins like Phantom. When no one in 2020 was talking about Phantom. And we are in a bull cycle right now. If you are going to wait 3 months, 4 months to get your portfolio sorted, it's going to be too late and you're going to miss a lot of profits. Now is the time to get something done. Copymycrypto.com can help you with that, so check out the site. Now, Quant. So in the last bull cycle, Quant absolutely rocketed. I mean, Quant hit, what was it, $428. It absolutely banged. And you got to remember, back in 2019, there were points when it was under a couple of dollars. So I did very, very well. What bodes lovely for Quant as well is a nice low supply compared to a lot of the coins out there. There will only ever be 14.8 million. Currently there is 12 million. So 20% or so to go. And look, Quant is very primed in terms of where it is. It's already on all the big exchanges, so it's not getting like an exchange bounce or anything like that. However, they are fully established as the go-to place if you want your business to grow into Web3 as well. Quant use the Overledger network, which connects different blockchain networks. The project is billed as the first operating system to be built for blockchains. The aim of Quant using Overledger is to bridge the gap that exists between different blockchains. The backbone of the project is the Overledger network, which Quant builds as the ecosystem on which the future digital economy ecosystem will be built. They are effectively, one of the OGs of interoperability. Icon technically is as well. And Overledger also allows developers to build decentralized multi-chain apps for their customers. So developers can build a map on the network, but they must hold a certain amount of Quant to do so. Quant's founders are Gilbert Verdian, who identified the importance of interoperability and ensuring that patients registered on different platforms are covered. With over 20 years experience in upgrading the security, tech, and business strategies of businesses around the globe. He is kind of the perfect guy to bring in other businesses to the Quant network. He was the Chief Information Security Officer of Vocalink, which is a MasterCard company. He was the Chief Information Officer of NSW Ambulance, the CISO, the Chief Information Security Officer of eHealth NSW, and the Security Lead of the Ministry of Justice in the UK. Quite the goddamn resume. Dr. Paolo Tasca is the other co-founder, who has served as the Special Advisor on Blockchain Tech for the EU, the United Nations, and numerous central banks worldwide. Why is all of that relevant, particularly their government experience? Well, Firstly, phenomenal connections. Secondly, what do we know is around the corner? CBDCs. I hate CBDCs. And I think everyone on the planet should. However, it is an inevitability. And the infrastructure that supports CBDCs is going to be worth a lot of money. And there are currently 9 cryptocurrencies worldwide that are compliant with the Global Payments and Messaging Standards, the ISO 20022 protocol, whatever you want to define it as. Cardano, IOTA, Stellar, XRP, Hedera, Quant, XDC Network, 2 others. One was a privacy coin that I keep forgetting the name of, and I've missed another one as well. Quant, Hedera, XRP, and Stellar are the 4 that have the best chance of landing a CBDC. Stellar has good ties with the EU, also has ties with tons of different African governments. Hedera has very strong ties with the UK government. Quant has ties with the UK government as well as the EU. And XRP has literally been referenced by multiple different banks within the US, and have a CBDC, build your own CBDC kit effectively on RippleNet. So those 4 are the most probable in terms of landing a CBDC. Quant looks pretty nailed on to land one, whether it's the EU, whether it's the UK. I think, to be honest, it seems more probable that Stellar will land the EU. So I think Quant and Hedera will be vying for the UK CBDC if and when that happens. And then if they land, let's say they land the UK, it doesn't really matter if it's EU or UK, but 2 of the strongest currencies in global markets. Obviously the US is the strongest in terms of most used. It would be supporting cross-border payments. It would be reducing the overall banking costs of all banks, and working directly in tandem with a central bank. In this case, the Bank of England, I guess, if we're talking about the UK. It would be running through trillions and trillions of pounds per year in terms of payments, movement of money. The infrastructure alone to do something like that will be worth hundreds of billions of dollars, if not trillions. I don't think Quant is necessarily going to be running up to 100 billion market cap. Not yet. I think because again, I think Quant is either the EU or the UK. I don't think Quant's landing the United States. I think that's nailed on for RippleNet. I really do. And I think the UK are incredibly slow on getting anything done ever. They always have been. They're always the last to get anything done. For example, like the legalization of marijuana is something that's happened across a number of states in the United States. Still massively illegal in the UK. Like, we are always the UK is the last to do anything. Hella conservative in terms of changing any laws. So if we were to introduce a CBDC, I would guess we're about 5-10 years away, to be honest. So with that being said, I don't necessarily think Quant goes to astronomical market cap, but I do think there is a new all-time high coming for Quant. I think Quant as $1,000 coin is fairly a fairly fair target. Anywhere from $800 to $1,000 puts it in a market cap ranging from basically $10 billion to $12 billion. I think there is going to be massive discussions around CBDCs this year, especially as the market gets hotter and hotter and hotter. When those discussions take place, the 9 coins that are globally compliant are going to all be in that discussion and pump. Quant being one of them. Quant as well, I'm glossing over the sheer volume of enterprise that they can help with. We are in a scenario where we're going to see massive businesses entering into the blockchain tech space. We've already seen some of that, but this is going to be an inevitability, and Quant is some of the perfect infrastructure for that with Overledger. So I do think, again, they're probably going to end up onboarding and landing some very, very significant clients, which again goes very well to pumping the price. There are a lot of people invested in Quant for the reason that it is really solid project that has been around for now 5 years. Not quite 5 years. Yeah, 5 years. And it's ready to go up another level. So I think $1,000 is a fair target. Only real surprise for me on Quant is volume is always quite low. Market cap of 1.4 billion and you've got volume of 38 million. You'd expect that to be at minimum 5 times higher, if not 10 times higher, to be honest. However, as of right now, I can't see a world where Quant doesn't break a new all-time high. Like I say, it's only got to beat $428. There is obviously going to be a discussion around CBDCs this year, as there was in 2021. Part of that will be down to discussions about stablecoins that will then spread to CBDCs. That will probably cause some fear in stablecoin markets as well. Don't be surprised to see a few depeg here and there. It'll be temporary, but it will happen. But yeah, that CBDC discussion alone in mainstream media is going to cause wider discussions around the infrastructure that would allow a CBDC, and Quant again is a big part of that discussion. So $1,000, I think, sheerly just on that discussion taking place quite regularly in mainstream media, that will happen. They land a couple big clients, we could see a couple $1,000. They land a CBDC, which again, I think given the big countries that Quant would be vying for, I think the UK is probably the most likely. The UK is not going to do anything fast because we never do. So I wouldn't be expecting a UK CBDC for 4 or 5 years. So I don't think that happens. But if it did, if the government shocked us and did something, then yeah, this would go to several $1,000s. But right now, $1,000 is a very fair target, given that it should just do that based on a CBDC discussion, because that will happen this year. Of course it will. Happens every and like this happened every year for the last few years. But yeah, a couple of big clients, and this could smash up a lot more than we think. Let me know what you guys think about Quant in the comments down below. If you're a Quant holder, when did you get in, and are you over the moon with your earnings? Let me know in the comments down below. And guys, if you want to make the same profits as me in this bull cycle, you can. All you have to do is go to copymycrypto.com. That's the site I run where I share with my members the coins that I own. Anytime I find a coin that I think is going to pump hugely, I get in on it, which means the members do too, because I jump onto the site, tell them about the coin, the profits it can have, and the money I'm putting in. They can copy along exactly. When I sell a coin, I also do the same thing. I let my members know what coin I'm selling, so they get out at the same price as well. That's why we have thousands of members on the site, is they're making great money in crypto, and they don't have to do any work at all. And if you want to see what they've made, go to the site. If you want to see what I said in the past about a coin like Phantom when no one was talking about it, go on the site. The course that I did about Phantom, the people that took that, some of them made millions off of that Phantom investment. When I find a Phantom now, I just jump onto the site and tell my members about it, like I do with all my coins. So check out the site because it could help you out in this bull cycle. And that's it for me. Have a good day. Bye-bye.